A bizarre problem plaguing Western New York. Now, it always raises a lot of eyebrows, but it can be dangerous and costly. We're talking about cars crashing into buildings. Now, one local woman is building on research that we started right here at News 4, chronicling this very issue. Rachel Kingston spoke with her tonight. Rachel?
You've seen our stories and photo galleries documenting 50 or so crashes, but Cynthia Van Ness has compiled a map with 3 times that many incidents dating back over the last 8 years. And she calls Buffalo the world capital of car-into-building crashes. Librarian and historian Cynthia Van Ness admits she's a little obsessed with her research.
Everybody noticed when we had all these rashes of drivers crashing into buildings. And your station did this great map of the first 20, 30 of them. And I just so loved that map. I would send it around when I was talking about the phenomenon.
After the crash at Schwabel's restaurant in West Seneca last December, Van Ness started compiling her own map. She calls it Buffalo, world capital of drivers crashing into buildings.
So I put the Schwabel's pinpoint on, and then there are others. I thought there's got to be more out there. And the more I looked, the more I found. And then I got really obsessive, and then I found even more stories, and I got up to 150 crashes since 2006.
She's posted that map publicly on Google's My Places. With each pinpoint, there's a date and a link to a news story. There seem to be some common factors contributing to this trend.
Alcohol, obviously, people do drive and drink and drive. Some elderly drivers had this problem. Distracted drivers, people also having medical events of some kind.
And while there were only 3 car-into-building crashes in 2006, last year there were 43.
It does seem to be more common, certainly now that everybody is addicted to their cell phones. I expect to see more and more of this going on.
Van Ness is hoping her project will get more people to put down the phones and other distractions and refocus on driving.
Unless alcohol was involved, the media characterizes these stories as cars hitting buildings. Cars don't hit buildings, drivers do. And I really want to put the driver back in the car. And I figure this has got to be useful for somebody. I don't know who for, but it's going to be useful for somebody.
Van Ness plans to keep adding to this map, which you can find a link to in this story on WIVB.com. She also walks and bicycles a lot and says she's thinking of creating a second map showing car-pedestrian collisions. Rachel Kingston, News 4 at 10.